Hello, Teacher Fellows. My name is Jenny Reeser, and I am here today to help you on board as Teacher Fellows for Yes Prep. And I'm going to focus on a couple of different things with you today. We are going to build your understanding of the Yes Prep systems that you will interact with as a Teacher Fellow. And my hope is that you understand the systems well enough that they will help you as you're a Teacher Fellow and not hold you back in any way. We are also going to go over some of my own personal organization system tips that will hopefully help you as you balance your responsibilities inside the classroom and around the campus, and also thinking about the fact that you are moving from campus to campus and also stepping into an established classroom where a teacher has already potentially set up different systems. So we'll brush on that as well. A couple things that we will not cover in this training that you will cover instead on Wednesday. It should be this Wednesday, but depending on when you're watching this video, you'll know more about that as I communicate with you through email. But at our orientation for Yes Prep employees, you will learn more about your benefits, paid time off, the employee handbook expectations, and just more organizational expectations for every employee. You'll also learn more on your assigned campus and campuses, if you're going from more than one campus, about specific instructional expectations. You'll learn more about the culture and the expectations for students and your specific responsibilities and duties. All of that will be on your campus. So we're going to stay sort of broad with this training. So I'm going to go over some Yes Prep systems. These are the systems that I'm going to overview, and I'm going to demonstrate for you on the screen how to use these different systems. So the first one is the VPN, the Virtual Private Network. So most of what we do at Yes Prep is secured on our network, and you must use the VPN to access the network from an offsite location. So when you're on campuses, you don't have to do this, but if you're at home or you're somewhere away from a campus or the home office, you would need to do this. So along the bottom of your screen, you'll see this little sphere, and that's the Cisco AnyConnect Secure Mobility Client. If it doesn't already populate with this vpn.yesprep.org, that is what you would want to type in there, and you'll connect, and then you'll be prompted here. The group and then your username and password are the same as your username and password for your computer. So it's nice, it's everything is the same. So I'm gonna type in mine, and it goes through the process, and then it will tell you that you are connected, and now you can access things like your grade book and other Yes systems that you need to be on the network to access. Ooh, I know what that means. Next up is some of our communication systems. We do use Microsoft communication systems at Yes Prep. We're Microsoft campuses and schools. And so I'm going to walk through the different systems that we use. First is Skype for Business. So Skype for Business is what we use to communicate directly with individuals at Yes Prep, and it's sort of like Instant Messenger, if any of you are old enough to remember what that was. But you basically can send messages to people on here just like a text message. You can also call, so I might say, "Hi, Brittany," and I'm not going to because I actually don't want to disturb her. You can actually see though how if someone is busy by their status here. So like Priya is in the middle of class right now, so I don't want to disturb her. But if I need to, I can contact someone on here. I can also call people on here. So if I press this call button, it will call directly to the computer number. You have a computer number, which if you search for yourself, you can actually see your computer number. So mine is 713-967-9407. And you can see the number that you would give out to parents or to students if they need to contact you. If you find yourself making a lot of phone calls, you may want to talk to the operations team at your campus to see if they can get you a headset or some type of way for you to plug in and take phone calls if you need to. Some teachers like that. So Skype for Business. You can also do video conferences. So I can't do it with myself, but oh, actually I can call myself evidently. I'm going to hang up. But if I just to show you what this looks like, I'll do a teacher. You can do a video call. And so you can have a conference call, and using your computer camera, you can actually do a video call as well. It's Skype, just like Skype in real life. Okay. Next up, I'm going to show you around our SharePoint site in Office 365. So when you come to Internet Explorer, and that is a side note, you should always use Internet Explorer unless directed otherwise to use Chrome or Internet Edge. Your computers are going to be new, so it may default to Internet Edge. And I'm going to ask Cruz, who's one of our student support or our support service team members at the home office, to help walk you through how to change from Internet Edge to Internet Explorer, because a lot of our systems do not work well on Internet Edge. So definitely use Explorer. And when you go to the home page, you should see the YesPrep Public Schools SharePoint site. This is a compilation of all the different sites on SharePoint that you will find helpful as a YesPrep employee. There are departmental sites. So, for example, Charlie is going to show you the academic site, and this is where you can access everything that has to do with academics at YesPrep. It's all in one easy-to-use place. You can also find important links like talent support, communication and marketing, just different links here that everyone in the system uses. And then there are sites for every campus. So as you transition from campus to campus, I am asking your operations teams on those campuses to make sure you have access so that when you come to the campus, you can access all of their materials as well. So most campuses have a site that looks similar to this. I designed this site when I was the director of campus operations at YesPrep Southeast. So I know it well. And what you'll find on most campus sites is some type of calendar that shows you what's happening on that campus from day to day or week to week, month to month. You also will find links at the top that link to important websites, maybe like the grade book. This is the grade book here, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then you'll find usually campus resources on the left as well. And this is something that your campuses will go into more detail with if they expect you to interact with their SharePoint site in a specific way. Office 365 is the entire program, and so you can actually access a lot of different things here through Office 365. You'll notice that most of the programs that we use on our computers are also in web forms, and sometimes the functionality of the web versions is nicer, but I don't really know when that is. So you'll know when to use that or be directed by someone when to go somewhere if you need to. The next one I want to show you is OneNote. So you will be spending some time in OneNote. I'm going to show you an old OneNote that I had back in the day with the programming board. So OneNote is a great way to capture notes from meetings or to capture shared notes and shared project planning, programming, lesson planning, all sorts of things. We use this program a lot at YesPrep between people who are meeting. And so this was a team that I was leading, and there were about 8 people on it. And what's nice is that when you're in a meeting with someone, you can take notes, and it is updating in real time on everyone else's OneNote. So that's why it's so popular for us. But you can also share resources through this OneNote. If I drop something in here, like I say I want to drop a lesson plan for you to look at, I can drop it in here and you can access it and I can access it, and we can do things in real time. So OneNote is great. You will be receiving any OneNote access links that you need from anyone on your campus. Most likely you will have a OneNote with your grade level team, your instructional leader, and perhaps planning partners at your campus. That's OneNote. And then the last thing I'm going to show you, and then I think I'm going to have to cut off and make a part 2 video because I have a 15-minute limit, is Outlook. So we actually use Outlook for everything at YesPrep. We use it to manage our time, our calendars, our emails. So if you're not familiar with Outlook, I recommend that you spend some time getting to know Outlook well, because it is the expectation that you answer your emails within 24 to 48 hours, depending on the campus you're on, and that you keep track of your calendar in Outlook so that other people in the organization can look at it and see where you are or what you're up to, when you might be available. So you can see this is my calendar. And I color code it. That I can talk about that later in personal organization systems. It's something that works for me, and you don't have to do it that way. But what's nice is I can look at this and I can see when I'm in meetings right off the bat, things stand out to me about my personal life, or different times when I'm in meetings or have work time, when I need to travel, etc. So you will, as a teacher fellow, when you start covering your class, for whatever assignment you have, you'll want to put some things on here that I'm going to recommend in a little bit. But expectation, calendar should be updated. People should be able to look at it. People who support you, your grade level chair, your dean of students, your dean of instruction, your school director, Charlie, me, we should be able to see it so that we can find time if we need to meet with you and to support you. So I think that's all the Microsoft programs. Let's go ahead and pause the video, and then I'll be back with part 2 in just a few minutes.